Welcome, everyone. We are going to just give a few moments for people to join us today and connect their audio to the call. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our awards ceremony for Phase 1 of NASA's Watts on the Moon Challenge. I'm Kyla Jeffrey. I'm the VP of Customer Success at HeroX, and we are thrilled to be here with you today to celebrate our Phase 1 winners. You'll have the chance to hear from folks from NASA, as well as the Ohio Aerospace Institute, and to be able to celebrate the winners of NASA's Watts on the Moon Challenge.
On Earth, we can light the darkness, power our lives, supply energy for the world's needs. On the Moon, we cannot, or at least not yet. With 350 hours of total darkness and day after day of sub-zero temperatures, traditional Earth-based power storage and distribution technologies aren't going to be enough. Future lunar explorers will need power to use the tools and technologies necessary for uninterrupted exploration and survival on a new world. That's why NASA is searching for solutions beyond our ongoing research. From garage inventors to small businesses, industry, and university students, NASA's Watts on the Moon Centennial Challenge is crowdsourcing ideas to solve the difficult tasks of power distribution, storage, and management on the lunar surface, and enhance these technologies here on Earth. As NASA builds a sustainable human presence on the Moon, continuous energy will be a critical piece of this puzzle, so that one day we can light the darkness on the Moon.
Okay, I am now excited to pass it over to Denise Morris. Denise, over to you.
Welcome, everyone. We're so glad you were able to join us today. We're very excited to announce the winners of this Phase 1 Watts on the Moon Challenge. Today, we're honored to have several special guests with us. And first, I'd like to introduce Dr. John Sankovic. He is the president and CEO of the Ohio Aerospace Institute. And as their leader, he develops multi-university partnerships and drives research from university labs to Ohio's industrial aerospace manufacturers. And he also fosters novel collaborations between governments, industries, and private organizations. Prior to joining OIA, he had a distinguished 31-year career at NASA. So with that, I would like to introduce you to Dr. John Sankovic.
Thank you, Denise. It's wonderful to have the opportunity to be here and at this event. So it's exciting to be part of NASA's trip back to the moon. So NASA has taken us back to the moon, and this time NASA has taken us there to stay. And along with that, NASA is also spurring commercial development all the way from low Earth orbit to the lunar space. That can't happen without new technologies. And the Space Technology Mission Directorate of NASA is really key to that effort. NASA's STMD is developing technologies that are helping us to operate on the moon. And one of those key technologies that we've seen is developing power systems to power the operations on the moon. So now for over 20 years, the largest power system in space has been the International Space Station. Roughly 100 kilowatts of power, and developed right outside my door here at the NASA Glenn Research Center. NASA Glenn's also had a lot of heritage in powering nuclear activities, specifically the deep space probes with your radioisotope powered systems, and now looking at fission-based surface power systems. So it's our honor to be working with NASA Marshall and NASA Glenn in the Centennial Challenge. So the role of the Ohio Aerospace Institute. So we've been around for 32 years now, working with NASA. When we were born, from the leadership of former NASA Glenn Research Center and NASA Goddard Center Director, John Kleinberg, and the support that he received from Ohio Senator and astronaut Senator John Glenn. We were put here 32 years ago to expand collaboration in R&D, in aerospace, to advance education, and more specifically to enhance collaboration. And so that's why this is such an exciting project for us to be a part in. And we're really looking for the next phases in making power systems advanced onto the surface of the moon. A key aspect that I'd like to touch on is the aspect of diversity and inclusion and how prizes and challenges play into that. We can't get there back to the moon with the same group of minds. We need new technologies and new ideas. We need the collective wisdom of all of humanity. And to me, that's why prizes and challenges are so important. They democratize technology. They let anyone who has an idea bring it to the table. It lets us embrace non-traditional thinking, and it finds new solutions to our challenges. And again, that's why we're here at OAI are so excited to be part of NASA's Watts on the Moon Challenge. And the second part is, how do we bring that technology that we develop for the moon back down to Earth? And that's another role of STMD, to bring those technologies that NASA develops, not just for NASA missions and for government missions, but to expand commercial activity and to help the benefit of all humanity. So I'm going to turn it back over to my NASA colleagues for the announcement of the winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sankovic. Before that, I would like us to get a quick introduction and some words from our Centennial Challenges Program Manager, Mrs. Monzi Rahman. Welcome, Monzi.
Thank you so much, Denise, and thank you, Dr. Sankovic, for your amazing speech. That was incredible, and thank you so very much for the kind words related to prizes and competitions. I just want to let everybody know that NASA uses competitions, prizes and competitions to incentivize the public to participate in the advancement of technologies needed for future long-duration missions. And when we do this, we all win. Like it was just mentioned. The technologies developed and tested for the moon will make future robotics and human missions to Mars possible. And those technologies can also help improve life here on Earth. So like mentioned before, as we advance the future of our missions to the moon, Mars, and beyond, we're also making life for everybody on Earth better. Centennial Challenge competitions have resulted in many creative solutions from academia, citizen inventors, and industry. And those technologies, such as the lunar landers, fuel-efficient aircraft, and 3D printed sustainable habitats will help NASA and Earth for many years to come, as well as help the beginning of many commercial entities that will have a stronger and stronger presence as we continue to work together to go to the moon. We are super excited to see where the innovations that will be awarded today from this challenge take us in the future. But we're also excited about all the solutions that we received. There were lots of very good ones that were sent to us, and we want to make sure that we're encouraging everybody, including the non-winners, to continue this journey with us. So with that, I will again like to thank everybody that has worked so hard to make this competition possible, Denise and her team, and it is my pleasure to be part of this and to pass this. Thank you so very much.
Okay, thank you, Monzi, for those words. And with that, I would like to hand it over to Dr. Marla Perez Davis. Welcome, Dr. Davis.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today as we announce the winners of NASA's Watts on the Moon Challenge. I would like first to thank the organizers, judges, and most of all the Challenger team who participate in this exciting endeavor to help NASA address energy distribution, management, and storage challenges that will be needed to support sustained human presence on the moon and beyond. I would also like to thank Jim Reuter, the Associate Administrator of the Space Technology Mission Directorate at NASA headquarters, for supporting the challenge and participating in today's award ceremony, as well as Dr. Amy Kaminsky and the Centennial Challenges Program Office team at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center for their enthusiasm and commitment to bringing this challenge to fruition. As the agency's lead Center for Power Systems Technology, NASA Glenn has been involved in the Watts of the Moon Challenge for its inception, as we are anxious to learn who today's winners are. NASA is returning to the moon in a way that is achievable and sustainable, and builds on years of successful international and commercial partnerships. We call this the Artemis program, and we are sending explorers to the moon to help us to understand how to live on another world. We will use the moon as a proving ground for the exploration technologies and processes needed to send humans further into our solar system to places like Mars. Once we get to the lunar surface, on the surface of Mars, we will need to stay for longer and longer periods of time. But these present a unique set of challenges in terms of power, available sunlight, and temperatures on the surface. To help address the power needs of these future missions, NASA Glenn is advancing a broad portfolio of power generation, storage, and distribution systems, like advanced batteries, regenerative fuel cells, solar, fission, and radioisotope, that will work together to ensure those missions have the plentiful, reliable power required to be successful. These advanced lunar power systems will also inform the development of the next generation of power systems that will extend our human and robotic exploration to Mars and beyond. As we plan to stay on the surface of the moon or Mars for extended periods of time, there comes a point where carrying all the food, water, and materials needed or attempting to resupply becomes cost prohibitive and hazardous. So our explorers will need to generate their own products with available local resources. Challenges like Watts on the Moon are important to this in-situ resource utilization work, because the procedures and hardware that will be used to prospect, extract, and cultivate resources into consumables will require massive amount of power. This challenge has recruited the creativity of people outside of NASA and the traditional aerospace community to address the power challenges of in-situ resource utilization, and new work will also complement other investment that NASA is making to enable the future of aviation, modernize the national power grid, transport, surface transportation, and integrate renewable energy into an Earth-friendly user. This is very important work for NASA and the humanity. I thank you all again for your participation in the Watts on the Moon Challenge, and I am very excited to hear about your winning proposals. It is now my pleasure to introduce Jim Reuter, the Associate Administrator of the Space Technology Mission Directorate. Without further delay, please welcome Jim, who will announce the winners of the Phase 1 Challenge. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you, Marla. It's really exciting to be here, and I get the pleasure of getting to announce the winner of one of our most exciting challenges. So on behalf of NASA, I would like to congratulate all the participants of this Watts on the Moon Challenge. We opened this first phase of the challenge last fall as a design competition. So it's been really exciting to see these teams' concepts for how we distribute, manage, and store power at the moon. Critical technology gaps as we look toward a sustained lunar presence. The technologies that you, our participants, are developing for the moon will enable more challenging lunar missions and also support future robotic and human missions to Mars. We have 7 winners to announce today, each winning a portion of a $500,000 prize purse. These winners are spread across 3 mission scenarios about delivering power from a power plant to either a mobility platform, a water extraction plant, or an oxygen producing pilot plant. So what we'll do is start with announcing the winners of our first mission scenario. That's delivering power from a power plant to a mobility platform operating inside a crater. The grand prize winner for this mission scenario 1 is the Astrobotic Mobile Power submission from Astrobotic Technology of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. NASA is awarding Astrobotic $100,000 for their innovation. So let's give them a virtual round of applause. Additionally, we have two other winners for Mission Scenario 1. They're the KC Space Pirates from Kansas City, Missouri, and Team Moonlight from the University of California, Santa Barbara. NASA is awarding KC Space Pirates and Team Moonlight each $50,000 for their innovation. And once again, let's give them a virtual round of applause. Thank you. Moving on, we'll next announce the winners of our second mission scenario. That's to deliver power from a power plant to a water extraction plant operating inside a crater. Our grand prize winner for this mission scenario 2 is Planetary Surface Technology from Michigan Tech in Houghton, Michigan, for their creative name, Wired Watts Whenever, Wherever You Want system. NASA is awarding the Planetary Surface Technology $100,000 for their innovation. So let's give them a round of applause. Additionally, we have two other winners for Mission Scenario 2. They are Team Fuel Pod of Orion Labs from Johnstown, Colorado, and Team Astrolight, a collaborative teaming of Eternal Light Photonics Corporation from Rochester, New York, with Astrobotic Technology of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. NASA is awarding Team Fuel Pod and Team Astrolight $50,000 each for their innovation. And finally, let's announce the sole winner of Mission Scenario 3, delivering power from a power plant to an oxygen-producing pilot plant operating outside a crater. The grand prize winner of the Mission Scenario 3 is Team SkyCore for their Power for Lunar Oxygen Production submission from Santa Clara, California. NASA is awarding SkyCore $100,000 for their innovation. And I want to extend my congratulations to all our teams on your achievement and in developing these exciting concepts to help us evolve, building a sustainable lunar presence, and then going on to Mars. I want to express a thank you to everyone involved in the competition for your contributions to advancing space exploration. And let's give ourselves another round of applause. Great job, outstanding. This is so exciting. I love these challenges. This is one of our best. Before I go, I want to encourage you to stay tuned. There's more information about how you can participate in the second phase of the Watts on the Moon Challenge opening this fall. This is the appetizer. Next fall, we will be awarding up to $4.5 million for our competitors to take their ideas to the next level with the development of functional prototypes. So with that, Denise, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Reuter. And again, congratulations to all of the teams. We're looking so very forward to seeing you all back for phase 2 of the competition in the fall. I would also like to recognize and give a huge shout out to the judges. We could not have done this without their help. They're experts in their field from across the country, and they spent countless hours reviewing the submissions. So again, a big, big thank you to all our judges. We'd also like to thank Glenn Research Center for participating and being the lead center in the challenge. HeroX, Kyla has been tremendous in helping us with the administration part of the challenge, and then Ohio Aerospace for supporting us and being with us today. Again, congratulations to the teams on your achievements, and thank you for your contributions to advancing space exploration. And with that, I will close. Thank you all again.